Hello guys, I am back with another video. This time I am playing the old guys team again. After a long time I tried this out this season. I'm playing against Captain, Poochan, Gupp and Di Curey. So this is a pretty unusual team I would say, but let's see how this turns out. At the start of the game I use the same setup as I used in my older videos, the German ones if you have seen them. This was in my first video series, so my basic setup would be like Ghett over here, Birel over here and Henual over here, such that I can collect all this karmas and all that karma, except this one. So I like the setup a lot, I think, most of the time. I'm not sure if there is a better one out there. So let's see. Okay, Gupp with Poochan, you can throw Gupp somewhere, and she also has 1 AP more and 1 MP more, such that she can use her 2 damage spell twice because of Captain's passive. So he can throw Anne over here, and then she could attack my Birel over here. If I would have put Diver over here. So let's see, 1, 2, he has 4 range, 3, 4. So actually I have, at the point of the game where it started, I haven't figured out yet that Anne has 8 AP. So I kind of underestimated this damage. So here I will fast forward a little bit because I thought a long time about the range of his Krosmaster and if he could reach me here. So because of that I decided to still collect the karmas, but the problem would be if I would keep standing here and not push myself back. He could have thrown Gupp over here, walked twice over here and attacked him for 4 damage and then moved back behind the tree. So this would be a pretty good spot for him. And because I moved 1 space further back, he can only move his Anne over here after attacking. So this would be very offensive, and I could hit her with many Krosmasters. So especially with, I think with all of this over here, except maybe Liane Volley. No, Liane Volley could not. So that's why, yeah. So let's see. What he will do in his turn. Because this game is quite long, I will fast forward a little bit again. He's buying a teleport potion, and then he's collecting some karmas, and he's throwing Gupp as I told. And now he's probably thinking what he wants to do with her, so let's see. He has some options here. So he has the one option I told where he's dealing 4 damage, but he decides to go for a more defensive strategy. In my opinion, I think this is a pretty good idea, because the other option would be very offensively and he would only deal 4 damage to my Krosmaster. And the problem with only dealing some damage to a Krosmaster and then being very offensive is that I have a good chance of killing him at some point, especially if he's that offensive. And if this happens, he already lost the game, so he decides to go for a longer game by his defensive positioning. So now he's healing back up. I have 13 karmas already and I can take the double, but I generally don't like taking doubles at the start of the game, especially because I'm not sure yet if I want to kill his captain or his Gupp, so it really depends a lot. So that's why I don't take the double. There are 3 interesting items over here. There is the Kavot Dofus, the one with +1 damage. But the problem with this one is Birel cannot go too offensively against his team, because then he could easily die. So I wanted to try, because he's playing defensively, try a more ranged approach with the champion Z on Ghett, because then he can possibly attack twice with his first spell after Henual buffs him, and he has also more movement points such that he can attack and then maybe move backwards again after the attack. And I also buy the Aqua buff on Birel, because yeah, it's cheap 2 damage output. That's pretty obvious. Okay. Now I'm thinking where I want to position my Ghett. I think there are a couple of options. You probably could have moved on here in this box, maybe even over here. The important thing is I need to buff him with Henual, so I don't want to. Here I can also take the turret, and I also buffed myself the movement, because the movement is not necessary on someone else. And here I want to collect the karma. The problem with this move is that now he can attack someone with Gupp, and if I would have not moved Coa over here, he could again not have attacked anybody this turn. So let's see. So the turret survives. And here obviously I decided to buff Ghett because of the champion Z, and it is not that important to kill this turret. So, and here now I'm thinking is if he could reach my Birel. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then he could charge. So this would be like maximum distance attack if I don't move the turret away. So the problem with the turret is I could push the turret over here, and then yeah, he cannot pull me to him with this turret. So that's why I decided to do that. And I don't want to sacrifice my shovel, so I probably keep her around. What I do here now is, I forgot about that move, is I don't want him to charge to my Birel with Captain, because the problem with that would be that he would steal 1 AP from Birel, and then I could only attack with him once. So he probably would have never done that anyway, because then the Coa could attack him and the Birel with 1 attack, and Ghett with 2 attacks, and Henual also. So this would be way too offensive anyway, in my opinion. So, but I decided to put the shovel here anyway, such that he cannot do it. Maybe he has like a master plan or something, and then he could somehow kill my Birel. That was maybe overly cautious, so, but it doesn't. It probably should not hurt that much, except that my Birel is kind of blocked a little bit now. Okay, it's again playing very defensively. It's just collecting karmas. Let's move fast a little bit forward. Now he's throwing on the Gupp, placing another turret, and buying the Kavot Dofus on Anne. And he also can attack my Coa now. So this is quite annoying. This is what I told. Maybe I should have kept my Coa over here or something. Not sure. But that's not really that's not that big of a deal if he attacks my core. So here next turn he's healing him back up, I think. Now it's my turn. Okay. So I fast forwarded a little bit again, so now it's my turn. I have 2 karmas. I can attack with Ghett twice, and Ghett has 7 movement points. So here I'm thinking if I should give the armor to Ghett, because I want to go a little bit offensive. I was thinking here if I could kill Poochan maybe somehow. There is the immune buff and the green +2 damage buff. And here I decided to go quite offensively with Ghett, but I don't want to really attack over here because this Anagoop has 8 AP and has Kavot Dofus, which is a pretty high damage output. The damage output is even higher than Captain's, and Captain gives me 6 GG and Anne only 5 because of Wisdom, I guess. Not sure if she has Wisdom though. So what I decided to do here is go offensively on Captain, such that he cannot attack me with Anagoop, in my opinion. But one thing I overlook here kind of is that he, first of all, he bought the recall potion at the start of the game on Anagoop. So now he could recall Anagoop over here and attack Ghett twice. And then attack me with Captain a couple of times again. And this would be 6 base damage, and Captain does 4 base damage, it would be 10 base damage. And I have armor, so this could work out, but it's not very likely that he would kill me. And if he wouldn't kill me, then his Captain would nearly for sure die, so. Because Captain has only 6 health. So let's see what he will do. I will set up myself over here on this side of the map, such that Anagoop is not really in action. And here I also have not thought yet about the recall potion. And I even put my Birel more forward to the shop, such that it's easier for him to reach someone next turn. So I think the other Krosmasters don't have much to do. The Moe Lawr can walk over here and just collect the karma, maybe buy something. He has already the buff, but he couldn't attack Captain, so he's just staying here. Yeah, my Fern Sock can just move backwards, that's fine. So let's fast forward again a little bit. He's taking the critical on Anne, and he's deciding to do something completely different. I haven't thought about that. So he could have decided to attack my Ghett over here 3 times and take the gamble, which I told you before, with the 10 damage. But he decided not to do that, and instead he wanted to like buy himself a turn. So he wanted to not take any damage on Captain, and instead he's going to charge over here and buy the, how is it called, the style where he's immune to everything, I think. Faker style, I think. So he's now bought Faker style, and because of that I cannot kill anyone next turn. So this would be pretty hard for me to kill Captain with only neutral damage. And he's also throwing someone. Yeah, he's throwing the healer, such that he can heal from over here, his Captain. And his Anagoop is using the recall potion. I fast forwarded again and just attacked me twice now. So I took 6 damage, so yeah. So now let's see what I can do now. This is pretty complex now, so I cannot really attack Captain, except for maybe with a fist attack with core or something. I could maybe try and hit Captain with Ghett, such that he would lose movement With Birel, I mean. Such that I can kill him next turn probably. The other thing I have to do is I should position my Ghett very defensively, such that he cannot kill him next turn. This would be pretty awkward otherwise. So let's see. He has 8 AP and 5 movement points. There's no point in attacking Captain. There is no... I don't see a point why I should give someone movement other than Ghett himself. So what I decide to do here is the only Krosmaster I really can afford attacking is Amakna. And if I attack her this turn, I could maybe get her low enough such that she cannot position herself very offensively next turn. So I'm just doing the 2 to 3 damage. Yeah, that's 2 damage. And buff myself, and then I also walk back over here, because this is a pretty important spot, because he's not able to throw Amakna next turn with Poochan. So Amakna cannot reach my Ghett, because her attack is 4 range with straight attack. So he can only attack me with his cross attack, which is a water attack, which only does 1 base damage on Ghett, and he has luck, so he would roll 3 dice. What I think is also pretty important here is I decide to move over here and take him with the fist, such that he cannot be blocked. Yeah. What I have not seen here is, by doing that, I'm not able to attack Captain with Birel. That's what I have. I kind of thought that if I go on the box, I can attack Captain, but that's just wrong, because the tree blocks the line of sight on this space, so I can only attack here, here, and here. So I cannot attack Captain over here, and that was quite frustrating over here. I was thinking about it for a long time, and this was pretty important in my opinion, because I wanted to put a shovel over here such that if he has 2 movement points, he cannot attack my Ghett with Captain. But with 4 movement points, he could easily walk around the shovel and then attack Ghett with the charge, and then use his 2 melee attacks, and then kill him with Amakna. So I'm not sure if this would be a good play from his side, because after that his Captain is dead for sure, I would say, because of Moe Lawr with the green buff, and yeah. I'm not using the green buff here obviously because he's immune. I just attack him such that he has reduced range, and he cannot maybe charge with a higher range. So let's see where I was thinking where I will walk here, and decided to just move 1 space back, such that Ghett can use the shop next turn if necessary. And my Fern Sock is also pretty, yeah, it's not very important. He will never attack my Fern Sock over here, because there are other better targets. So he would never like walk around here and attack Fern Sock, because there is no point. Fern Sock is not important, so that's why I position her very offensively, such that maybe she can attack his Captain next turn if he's not walking that far away. So let's see what he will do with his Captain. This is the important turn in my opinion. He's taking dodge. So I think in his spot, I'm not sure if he could have gone for the kill on Ghett here. He could go for the kill on Ghett here if he moves 4 spaces, then charges, then does 2 attacks, and then use the cross attack with Amakna. Oh no, let's see. There's only 3 range. Yeah. He could walk over here and attack the tree, and then it would take Ghett. But he decides to go very defensively again, so yeah, he's generally has pretty defensive playstyle in my opinion, but that's not a bad thing most of the time. So So he just attacked me once. Why hadn't he attacked me once more? He has 6 AP left. Yeah, he missed one attack on my Coa over here, so then he maybe could have killed my Coa. So let's see what he will do with Anne. He's doing nothing important here. What he does is he's positioning again very defensively, such that I can not reach his Krosmasters very easily. One important thing to note here is if I walk with my Moe Lawr over here, I cannot reach Anne Gupp because she's 7 spaces away. So this is 3 damage which are already missing because of that. And his captain, I think, has 8 life. Yeah, he's pulling my Krosmasters. And his captain get healed. He now has 8 health. So let's see what I can do here. I'm thinking here if I could kill someone. So captain has 8 health and is pretty far away from me. My Ghett can only attack once, but I have 2 criticals. So Birel is an aqua buff. So if I give him movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's still missing one space to reach Anne Gupp. So this was pretty good positioning from his side. But one thing I have seen before in the shop is the Crow style. Crow style is pretty good on Birel because it gives him also 2 range. And with 2 range he could even reach Captain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I can buy the Crow style on Birel, I could attack Captain with critical, and I can also buff a movement and then attack both of them with Ghett. Then I could attack Captain with 8 base damage with double critical and 1 luck. So this is a pretty high chance of me killing him. So let's see how the first attack turns out. One important thing here is I need someone to buy the Crow style, but I have Henual over here who can buy the Crow style or the Coa Gulary. And I also position myself behind the turret such that it's harder for him to attack me with Anne Gupp next turn because of his own turrets. So now I'm buying the Crow style, and again I'm choosing a different position. Yeah, okay. Here I can buff him with Henual. Now I'm checking if I still can do anything, but I only have 1 karma left, so there is not much I can do. I just move over here, such that I can buff Ghett maybe next turn if it doesn't turn out well. But he has 5 health and I have critical with 6 base damage, so this is like 98% kill or something like that. So highly unlikely that this doesn't work out. Here I'm thinking where I want to position my Birel to attack him and decide to go over here. I think it doesn't really matter, but here I thought that it's harder for Captain to reach me. So this 4 damage, so this is now a sure kill. Now I have quite a lag here. Yeah. This was a pretty interesting game in my opinion. So he also had a very interesting playstyle. I don't see many people playing that defensively, but actually it was pretty good against me in my opinion. So it was unexpected and yeah, harder to play like this. I hope you enjoyed this new old guys video. If you have any comments about this long game, it was pretty interesting. I think there are many turns where you could have done something else. You can comment down below if you have any opinions. Also, if you like this video, you can always like or subscribe to my channel. Bye guys, see you next time.